Hello, everybody. Excuse me. It's Willie and Renee again. And today we're talking about something that's a little bit serious. We're talking about all the unrest, first of all, in Minnesota and in other places, around our country and around the world. And I want you to know it's not anything political or argumentative or anything like that. We're just feeling sad about all that people are going through right now and, how it's affecting all of us. News used to be news, and it had bad stuff, good stuff. But now it seems like, it's just bad stuff, that's happening and they have to report it. But you're sort of holding your breath, wondering like what's going to be next.
The thing that I think that we have to concentrate on is the fact that this has happened. And to me, the biggest fear is the part that we think about and keep in mind is what if this unrest really does spread like some people have predicted or think that there's a possibility? And we all know, or at least I think we do, what happened with the George Floyd situation, how that spread so rapidly without.
Yeah, too. I'm going,
Hmm.
sorry. Yeah, and Breonna Taylor and all the
Right,
different.
right. And that just spread so quickly that, it caught most folk by surprise. And it's unfortunate that we have had this tragedy that has happened to this country. And we're looking at it now, at least from my standpoint, is if it can happen in Minnesota to them, it certainly can happen anywhere.
Mhm.
And like the one thing that I say now that I tell my wife is that it's such a blessing that it's probably cooler now. Because if it was summertime, there is no telling what could be.
Mhm. Yeah.
And as we're looking at it now, if this does continue, how long will it continue that people are relatively calm? We're upset and think about it a lot because it is a tragedy. And we hope that nothing like this ever happens again, at least not in the near future.
Mhm.
But the warmer it gets,
Mhm.
unfortunately, things probably the atmosphere would shift,
Yeah.
the attitude of the individuals.
Yeah.
So it's unfortunate that it happened, but I'm very thankful that it's during this season and that it
That's a good
is
job.
not it's going to be what it was with the George Floyd situation.
Mhm. The thing is that the first of all, when the young lady got killed or whatever happened, was I was in the other room and I just heard Renee, which is my name, and so that struck me. I know they weren't talking about me, but yeah, and to keep hearing that, it just made me even sadder, because she was, my namesake. But I think more, of the tragedy of the families of even the families that feel unsafe and excuse me, and the elders, who have to go through so much, makes you afraid to go out and do these things. We had a wonderful guy who did our yard for years, and now he doesn't anymore, and his family stays in and all of those things, and he's here legal. He's not illegal. He's here legal. He has a good job, all of those things, and he just did yards part time, but it's people just see a certain look or a certain accent or whatever, and they can assume different things, and you know, and that is just so hard to deal with, and we are not a part of it, at least not yet. We're not. The masses aren't. but that doesn't mean that we
Mm.
can't be, and it still does affect us, you know. I knew none of those people that I know of yesterday that was on that plane with the congressman, but it made me, or the other day, whenever it was, it made me just sad in my spirit. And, you know, it almost makes you like, yes, you have got to have good times wherever you can, and love on your family as much as you can, and let them know, you know, that you're there. And you know how, especially with retirees, we worked our whole lives trying to make sure that when we retire everything is safe and good, you know, we
Mm.
have a little money and things like that. But it's no guarantee, you know, that something may happen, and you know, you may not enjoy the fruits of your labor. My husband has said quite a few times he knows some people who they worked so hard, and then when they retired they passed, you know, which is horrible, but that happens. And so we have to get joy and happiness wherever we can. You know, don't be foolish spending and doing, but you know, enjoy those little things in life, because we never know, you know, what may happen. And a lot of us older people, you know, we have lived through some rough times. I know, you know, through the 60s and 70s and riots and all kinds of things. As I had mentioned, you know, he mentioned George Floyd, and the man earlier, you remember, Rodney King, and just so many things, you know, um, and the tragedy of Kirk dying, getting
Sure.
killed, yeah, Charlie Kirk getting killed, and Breonna Taylor. We could just go on and on about all these different tragedies and all the kids who are afraid to go to school, and you know, um, so we just wanted to speak on how much we care, you know, about and keeping in our thoughts and prayers the people in Minnesota right now. And we don't know what else is happening, or, you know, what else is, you know, taking place, but, um, or that could take place. But we want you to know to try and be safe, and, you know, be that support for others that you can be, and check on your families. You know, we know, you know, families have disagreements, and you know, and they're having issues, and I haven't spoken to them in years or things like that. But maybe it's time, you know, that you sort of reconcile some things if you have those issues, and sort of say, you know what, it's not worth our peace of mind. Or, you know, I don't want to live every day like, oh, I may die tomorrow, so let me get this straight. No, but just live peaceably as much as possible with everyone. And certain things that, you know, if it's not going to matter in 20 years, then don't let it matter now. Just enjoy life, and you know, be that
Mhm.
support for each other, because sad to say, those people that left that day had no idea when they left home that all of that was going to take place, or whatever, you know, has taken place, or you know, you have no idea. And so that's my admonition, is to, you know, don't wish the best and don't do all of that, but you know, and think negative all the time, but live as though, you know, that it could be your last. And what would I like to be remembered as, and to know and do and help and be? And that's how we need to live, you know, our life each day. And the people you see in the grocery store, you know, have a smile for them, speak to them, you know, your neighbors, all of that, you know, involve yourself some. Hi, how are you this morning? Whatever the case may be, because yeah, we're all in this world together. We're here. Uh, and we're going to be here until we're not. So let's do the best we can. What do you have to say? I sort of took over the
Mhm.
conversation.
I agree with that, and I find solace in the two tragedies that happened, excuse me, in Minnesota. One, we can see the video of the lady. She's telling the police officer, you know, I'm not upset with you. And to think that was one of her last things that she was able to relay to
Mm,
anyone.
Mhm.
And then the gentleman, his thing was that he was helping, it
Yeah.
appears,
Mhm.
helping this lady who was shoved down.
Mhm.
And he didn't present, it seemed like a threat to anyone. So, those are times when we can believe, say that, that these people, they may have gone from this earth, their bodies, but they left an impression. And the impression of it
Mhm.
was in their mindset to do good. And that's what we have to strive to do. Every day, everything that you're doing, just make every effort just to be good.
Mhm.
And a lot of people I think are not feeling good now because they know that these people, it didn't appear that these people really meant any harm to anyone. It's just an unfortunate thing that happened. Therefore, we should probably believe that they meant good and they did good up until the end. And that's where we, as a people, I think, should concentrate on every day, that we do the best that we can with what we have and who we are. We're asking that you, if you find any truth for this or any that you like it,
Any value. Mhm.
yeah, any value in it, that you
Mhm.
would like and subscribe to our channel. We plan to bring you more information as we
Mhm.
believe that we can share that perhaps can help someone with your mental psyche, or just let you know that there's someone else out there that is feeling your pain. And we will stand with you. Thank you.
Until next time, talk to you soon.
And please subscribe. Thank you.
Yes.